In today's session, we are going to start with a new module, that is module 3, a time response of feedback control systems. You can see the title. So we will be looking into this. In this today's session, we will be looking into the introduction part. Okay, what do you mean by time response? What are the different parts of this time response? We will be looking into it with few examples. Okay, so let me start. In the previous module 1 and 2, module 1 was the basics, different types of control system, theoretical part we have studied. In the module 2, we have studied about mathematical modeling of the physical systems, mechanical, electrical, the conversions, electromechanical, we have studied all, right? So after studying these mathematical modelings, the next step, okay, the next step is we should try to analyze the output of the control system. आपका जो सिस्टम आपने डिजाइन किया है, मैथमेटिकल मॉडलिंग जो की है आपने सेकेंड मॉड्यूल में, the what you have done for those models, you should try to analyze the performance, that is output. सिस्टम का आउटपुट कैसे होगा, हाउ द सिस्टम इज परफॉर्मिंग, वेदर इट इज वेल, वेदर इट इज हैविंग सम डिस्टर्बेंस, यू नो, डिजाइन तो किया है, you have modeled the system, you have designed it. Now the next step is you should try out to get the analysis of the output, that is the performance of your control system which you have modeled. And how you will get this analysis of the output? By means of different inputs. अगर आप inputs apply करते हो control system जो आपने model किया है, for that input, how your system is behaving, how your system is performing, you have to look into. Okay, that is your next step. How you can evaluate the performance? So the performance can be evaluated for any control system by different methods. One of the method is the performance specification method. So you know some of the specifications in module 1, I guess, effect of feedback in the system we have studied, where the noise, disturbance, the gain, some parameters were there, we have studied. For those specification, if you apply the feedback, how those values are getting changed, we have looked into that already. So performance specification method, in this method, some of the performance parameters like accuracy, it can be a stability of the system, it can be the oscillations, it can be the errors that are coming into the, you know, they are getting produced into the, or they are getting added into the system. So these are some of the specifications. These will be specified for different inputs. Suppose आप एक specific type का input आप apply कर रहे हो control system को, for that particular input, what are these values, उसके oscillations कैसे होंगे, errors क्या कितने introduce होंगे, stability कैसी होगी, how well your system which you have designed and model is giving you the accurate results. So these are the specifications on which you apply different inputs and you evaluate the performance of your designed system. Okay, this is one method. Now coming to the title of your module, time response analysis. So if I divide this, time, that is your time domain. You're already studying the signals and system subject, so you can now relate this whatever I'm telling very well. Okay, there are two domains. I think your even Z transform you have studied there. So Z transform, it is in frequency domain. And whatever in module 1 in the signals I'm talking about, you have studied different energy, power calculations, and then in module 2 you have studied convolutions for an LTI system. So they are all time domain analysis. Okay, you're looking into the signals in a time domain. But in Z transform or in Laplace or in Fourier, you're mainly considering the frequency domain analysis. Okay, so talking about the time domain, I'm dividing this. The first one is time. So the major variable here is time. And the second word is response. So what is the response? Response is nothing but the output. Okay, responding, you know this very common term which you use in your day-to-day life. So response is the output from the system. Analysis, we are analyzing to evaluate the performance. So time response analysis, it is actually, we are mainly concentrating on the variable time here. Okay, and how the system which you have designed is giving you the output. So this time response analysis is made to analyze the system performance. Ultimately we want, आपने जो system design किया है mathematical modeling करके, how well it is performing, whether it is meeting your expectation. The you have certain target, आप एक target set करके you start designing any system. The necessity of the necessity is the mother of inventions. So some problem is happening at some point, you want one system to be designed. So जब आप एक system कहीं भी design करते हो, you have certain things in your mind that the system should behave like this. Okay, जो भी loopholes हैं, जो आप जिसके लिए आप system को design कर रहे हो, it should be fulfilled. That should be your ultimate target or the goal. So when you go for system performance analysis, whether your target is being achieved or not, you should check. That is the time response analysis. I can define it properly in technical terms. It is a measure of how a system behaves in accordance with the time. So majorly the variable here we chose is time. When a specified input test signal is applied. So I will be telling you what is a test signal. So this is one definition how you can define time response analysis. It is how your system is behaving in accordance with the time. जैसे जैसे time जा रहा है, when the time is elapsing, when you're applying the input, what kind of output you are getting, how your system is behaving, that is the that measure is given by the time response analysis. You can also just because in control system we have studied the classification open and closed loop systems. So whatever modelings we have done, basically they were for closed loop systems, either feedback systems. Feedback, again, it can be positive or negative. So if I relate this time domain analysis for a closed loop system, feedback, जिसमें feedback है, so it is the output of the closed system, the time response analysis as a function of time. So as the time is moving, how your system output you're getting, that is the thing. Basically it is divided into two parts. First one is transient analysis. The second one is steady state, the transient response and steady state response. So what is a transient analysis? You have studied in network theory for any electrical network. Suppose you're suddenly changing the input at the source side, how your system is behaving, that is a transient analysis you have done there. Okay, relating to that, if I want to explain you about the transient response, it is the change, it is the variable output. Okay, let me just explain you much better. You know that when we design any control system, okay, any system we design, we make use of certain components in it. Okay, be it any mechanical components or equivalently any mechanical component can be shown as in the form of an electrical component. You know about this. Mass hai to you equivalently take one electrical component, then you have damper, you have spring. So we have done this analysis already. So control systems which you design, they are having energy storing elements. You know about this. Inductor hai, capacitor hai, they are all energy storing elements. So agar a control system hai, from say this is one control system to you, inside you have got many components interconnected by some means. You have the input, you have the output. So any system is given by this block. एक इनपुट अप्लाई करते हो, सिस्टम में एक प्रोसेसिंग होता है, इन दैट you may have certain components, resistors, capacitor, or it can be any mechanical elements, interconnected. After applying, you will be getting the output. This is how any system works. So in the control system, you will be having these energy storing elements. Hence, in the control system, जो भी complete energy होता है system का, when you apply the input, energy of the system is distributed among all these. थोड़ा part capacitor में होगा, थोड़ा part inductor में होगा, थोड़ा part some other component may have it. So your total energy of the system is in a distributed manner. So I hope you know about this. That's why these RLC, these components what you have in the electrical network, these are called distributed parameters. Okay, hope you know about this. Because the inner system, complete energy of the system will be distributed among these elements. Hence, whenever you apply any input to a system, आप अगर ग्राफ ड्रॉ करते हो, immediately at 0th point you won't get the output. It's very practical enough. You have certain delay, right? जब आप input apply करते हो, let me take one example of your bike riding. If you know button start or kick start your scooter, with say you want to attain the speed of say 30 kilometers per hour. Okay, take one example. So with that 30 kilometers per hour, so I was telling you an example of, if you want to have you want to ride a bike and you want to attain a speed of say 30 kilometers per hour. If you start immediately raising, okay, आपका जो accelerator है, when you start raising, you will not attain the 30 kilometers per hour speed at once. It will start gradually from zero. It will increase as you're changing that आप जितना speed increase कर रहे हो. It will take some time to attain that speed of 30 kilometers. Immediately जैसे आप start करोगे 30 पे नहीं पहुंचोगे. Right, it is very much practical. So here also in a control system, as the energy is distributed among all these parameters, so a system sometimes it is it requires some time to change its state. Immediately that 30 kilometer nahi aayega. It requires, the system takes some time to attain, to change from one state to the other state. So we that in general terms we call it a delay, right? So this time taken, it is called the transient response. So in very general terms, transient response means change, varying response, जो change होगा, that is called transient response. But in actual means what? When you apply certain input to a system, as the energy is distributed among different parameters, different elements in the system will take some time to change from one state to the other state. So we call this as the transient response. Okay, in proper definition, if I want to define it, it is defined as that part of the response. I am telling you that part because your total response is given by sum of transient response and steady state response, because of which I'm using the word that part of the total response. Okay, so how you can define it is that part of the total response which goes from initial states to final state. एक start होके it will keep on varying and it will go to some final state. So this is your transient response. So अगर आप bike starting का बात करोगे, you will start from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and you will go up to 30 kilometers per hour. So आपका steady state response क्या होगा for the bike riding? Between 0 to 30. Okay. After 30, what will happen? I hope my target is to achieve 30 kilometers. So after that, hopefully the 30 will be kept constant. So that the remaining part, जो state change नहीं होगा, after 30 kilometers per hour when you attain, from 0, 1, 2, 3 up to 30, from 30 onwards you want to have a constant speed. उसी speed पे आप चलोगे. That we call it steady state response. Okay. Now let me complete this transient response. The time required to change from one state to the other state, and that is called delay time or transient time. And the variables जो output आएगा, okay, that we in general I have used the word the value of variable, like it is actually the output. The value of the variable during this time we call it transient response. Fine. Hope you understood about this. Have you studied about the filter circuit? If you take any low pass or high pass filter, something like this, a graph you have seen, I guess. Hope I'm right. it will take some amount of time. After that, a constant value, that is you'll get a high pass, the sum of the frequencies you want to pass, some of the frequencies you want to stop. So in the filters you can have a combination. See, this part is your transient response, जहां पर variation हो रहा है, output is getting varied in steps, and it will attain some state from initial to final state. This part is called transient response. After this, you don't want any changes. That is called steady state response. Hope you understood this. You can even relate this to any of your Zener diodes or also. Zener diode hai, aapka transistor hai. So you have studied about their characteristics, right? So some of the characteristics were something like this. Right, they take some time, and after that constant. So any of your total response, it is a combination of both transient response and steady state response. So hope you understood about the transient response. Coming to the second part, transient response is given by Ct of t. This is small subscript t indicates a transient. This bracket is nothing but your variable time, because we are doing the time domain analysis. Coming to the steady state, C is your output. Hope you remember, whenever we apply input to the control system, we use R of S. And when we get the output, we call C of S. R is the reference input, C is the controlled output. Okay, that's why I have used C here. And S indicates the subscript steady state, and it is the in time domain. Now, what is a steady state response? It is defined as that part of the total response in which what will happen, state will not change. Okay, it has got a state with a fixed response. जब time ऐसे ही proceed होगा, even though time is going further, time, even though you have applied the input, time is getting faster, time is moving, still you have the fixed response. You are getting no change, state change nahi hoga. That is called steady state response. Okay, एक example steady state and transient के लिए I have given you this. Say one system you have designed, when you apply the input, it will from 0 to some initial state to some final state, it will take some time to attain. That is say transient response. After this, when there is a constant, there is no change, ये response जो आया है, output आया है, वो change नहीं होने वाला है. So this is your steady state response. This one example I have given you. One more example for steady state response is this. I'm talking only about steady state. Okay. Now you tell me how a sinusoidal signal is a steady state value. So even though I'm telling you this, state will not change. It will attain certain fixed state with some answer, some output. That response, it will not change even though time is changing, even though time is moving and it reaches infinity in general. That is called a steady state response. However, I'm giving you the example of steady state as a sinusoidal waveform. How it is? Because even though the variations are there, see, starting from 0, say 1 and 2 seconds. So from 0 to 2, the variations are existing. Okay, 0, say you have this upper peak, and then this negative peak, positive and negative we got at time 2 seconds. After this, you can see, in a pattern, the variations are existing. एक specific pattern है, what you call it periodic, right? So ये pattern follow हो रहा है, वो change नहीं होगा. ये pattern जो है, this sine wave, this is repeating. That's why I'm telling this also as an example for steady state. So don't think that यहाँ पर variations है, इसीलिए it is not steady state. It can also be a steady state answer, because even though variations are occurring, but they are in a fixed pattern. वो pattern repeat हो रहा है, so वो change नहीं हो रहा है. That's why even this is one of the example for steady state. Okay, hope you understood about this, and I have drawn this diagram here. Try to understand this. There is a system here before this here. Okay. for transient response also I have taken this diagram. There is a system you have designed. For this system you are applying the input. This will be your initial state. Okay, after application of the input, so some processing should happen here. जो भी आप connections करे हैं, components लिए हैं, जो भी whatever you have designed for this objective लेके आपने system को design किया है, that task has to be performed. Okay, so time is elapsing. Initial state say after some time you will get the output. So this जो भी टाइम ड्यूरेशन है इस दोनों के बीच में जो आपका आउटपुट चेंज हो रहा है, that is called transient response. And finally, when you get the output, it has attained the final state, initial to final. So जो भी time elapse हो रहा है, within this आपका जो variable है, that is your controlled output, ये कैसे change हो रहा है, that is your transient response. Coming to the same figure, see, similarly I have taken, but some extension. You have a system here, you have designed a system, you have applied the input, here it is initial state, okay, IS. This is your final state, FS. So in between them, you can see input to output to attain this fixed final state. It is taking some time, and output के जो values आएंगे within this duration, that is called transient response. After this, once you get the output, once you have got the output final state, after this your output is not changing, you are getting the fixed response, that we call it steady state response. So both combination मैंने दिखाया है यहाँ पे. One more example you can see. So this kind of waveform probably you have studied. This first part you can see it's something like a damper element, okay, damping. Damped signal, okay, sinusoidally damped signal. I think you have studied this in your SNS. Okay, only first part I'm talking, okay, not the complete. So ये एक system का graph है for any one of the control systems which is designed. The output is something like this. From the initial state, it has got certain variations. You can see variations are not uniform. ये जो आपका sinusoidal signal है यहाँ पे, it is not pure sinusoidal, where amplitudes or peak values fixed hain. It is also varying here. You can see the values are varying, and after some point when it reaches final state, output you are getting a constant value. Okay, so this part of your graph is depicting the transient response, and this part of the graph is giving you the information about the steady state response. Okay, this is one example I have taken, and as I have told you already, आपका जो system का total response रहेगा, it will be the combination of both transient and steady state response. दोनों की मिला के the sum will be your total response. Now coming to some of the as I told you, test signals, I said I have taken the word. So let me just give you the brief about that. A feedback control system, it has the inherent capability, okay, inbuilt inherent capability that its parameters can be adjusted to alter both the transient and steady state behavior. Let me take one example. When we had discussed about the module 1, in module 1 we have taken one example of a speed control. आपका कार का जो speed control होगा, you want to attain say 60 kilometers per hour. Okay, आप कंट्रोल सिस्टम जो डिजाइन किए हो, मैन्युअली स्पीकिंग, व्हाट यू डू इफ यू आर ड्राइविंग द कार, बाय मेकिंग यूज ऑफ द पेडल्स, एक्सेलरेटर है, ब्रेक है, एक्सेलरेटर स्टार्टिंग फ्रॉम 0, व्हाट यू विल डू, यू विल अटेन से 40 kilometers. After 40 kilometers, a feedback signal is given. It will be compared with the this जो भी आपने टारगेट सेट किया है, 60 minus 40, still 20 to be attained. After that you will एक्सेलरेटर को और ज्यादा प्रेशर डालोगे तो जो भी फ्यूल का फ्लो है ज्यादा होगा, एंड स्पीड विल बी इंक्रीज्ड, right? So speed increase okay, say you have attained 60 now. Again there is a comparison, 60 minus 60, error signal is 0, so 60 you have attained, target you have achieved. So within the control system, this is one capability of the control system, adjustments of the parameters, right? You are adjusting the things so that you can attain. So any control system, this feedback, okay, not open, feedback control system has the inherent capability that जो भी पैरामीटर्स हैं inside that system which you have designed, you can change, you can adjust, so that you can alter, you can change these responses, transient and steady state responses. To analyze these responses, responses, the first step is always to obtain the mathematical model. As I told you, before you go for any of the further performance evaluation, you should have mathematical model with you for your system which you have designed. उसके लिए mathematical model होना चाहिए. After that, for that mathematical model, you will be going for different performance analysis. Okay. Okay. In order to analyze your control system for this transient and steady state analysis behavior, you should have a mathematical model with you. Then you can further go for performance analysis. So for any specific input, the complete time response you can obtain through inverse Laplace transform. Let me take one example of a feedback control system. This is your reference. This is your say, what is this, forward gain G of S. We have studied this already. There is a feedback. Assume a negative feedback hai, and in this you are using H of S, that is a feedback gain. Ye jo hai, that is your C of S. We have studied this already in case of module 2, how to find the transfer function. What is the transfer function value? Transfer function, that is output by input, C by R. All are in yes domain. Remember, yes domain means frequency domain. This representation is in frequency domain. C by R is equal to 1 divided by 1. It is negative feedback, so take it positive. So 1 plus G into H, G of S into H of S. This is your frequency domain value. If I want your output, what is output? C. So output is C, C of S, okay, is equal to, take this R denominator to the left hand side, you will get R of S into this transfer function जो भी आया है आपका 1 divided by 1 plus GH. But this is not your answer. This is in frequency domain. But what I want the time domain analysis. For time domain, what you need to do? ये frequency domain है. You are already in the Laplace transform. Laplace transform of C, R, G and H. All are in S domain. To convert this into time domain, you have to apply inverse Laplace transform. So inverse will be C of t is equal to Laplace inverse transform of this complete value R into this. Okay, that's why I have used that word here. In order to get the complete response, you should use inverse Laplace transform. Okay, one example I have taken with the feedback closed loop system, how you can get it. Now coming to the test signals, okay, why we need it. Before proceeding with the time domain analysis, it is necessary to test the system with the stability. You have already studied the stability of the system in your signals and system. It is a very important parameter. आपका जो designed system है, how well it is stable. You know, जितने भी variations आए input में, even if you are changing with addition of some noise, maybe anything, any disturbance, okay, अगर add होता है आपके design system में, how well it can, it is capable of handling that change, how well your system will behave stably, that is very important. So stability is very important characteristic as far as control system is concerned. Okay, आप stability को कैसे test करोगे? It can be tested through indirect tests. Okay, let me tell you about those testings. Suppose you are using an electrical network. आपने experiments किए हैं labs में. It may be a communication system also where some information needs to be transmitted from one end to the other end. Okay, if these are with you, you know the inputs there. आपने लैब में एक्सपेरिमेंट्स किए हैं. इलेक्ट्रिकल नेटवर्क अगर आपका फिल्टर है, एम्पलीफायर है, ऑसिलेटर है, for that you know definitely क्या input apply करना है, right? You make the connections and then you apply the input, then you get the output characteristics. That's what you have done in your laboratories. So input आप वहां पे आपको पता है, input to those systems you know. But however, जो आपने कंट्रोल सिस्टम आप डिजाइन करते हो, इन मेनी ऑफ द केसेस इट हैपेंस दैट you don't know exactly input कैसे रहता है. Okay, in most of the cases the actual inputs to the control systems, they vary randomly. Okay, I think you have studied this classification also in signals, deterministic and random signals, right? So input जो आप apply करते हो, even they also behave randomly sometimes. So आप जो जब भी एक system design करते हो, okay, your system should fight against those changes. अगर आपका इनपुट जो आप अप्लाई कर रहे हो सिस्टम को, वो भी अगर चेंज हो रहा है, तो आपका सिस्टम you should design it in such a way that it should be stable as far as possible. That should be the ultimate objective. अगर आप एक प्रोजेक्ट डिजाइन कर रहे हो, से आपको फाइनल ईयर का प्रोजेक्ट है, वो प्रोजेक्ट के लिए आप थोड़े ऑब्जेक्टिव सेट करते हो. ओके, सपोज कुछ चेंजेस आ जाते हैं इमीडिएटली. फॉर एग्जांपल, आप एक रोबोट डिजाइन कर रहे हो. रोबोट, you have already your objective is that robot, it should turn left and right, it should move in forward direction and backward direction. ये आपका डिजाइन है. ओके, सपोज इमीडिएटली कुछ बीच में हैम्पर होने के लिए सम ऑब्जेक्ट विल कम इन बिटवीन. तो आपका जो प्रोजेक्ट डिजाइन ऐसे होना चाहिए, आपका जो सिस्टम है, आपने जो डिजाइन किया है, इट शुड विथस्टैंड दिस डिस्टर्बेंस. जो भी इन बिटवीन जो ऑब्जेक्ट है, उसको ओवरकम करके इट शुड मूव फॉरवर्ड, समथिंग लाइक दैट. सो योर सिस्टम डिजाइन शुड बी सच दैट कुछ भी वेरिएशंस आए इनपुट में, इट शुड बी केपेबल ऑफ हैंडलिंग दैट. बट हाउएवर प्रैक्टिकली मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम्स इनपुट जो देते हैं आप कंट्रोल सिस्टम को, दे विल नॉट बी वेरी सिस्टमैटिक. वो रैंडमली चेंज हो सकते हैं. So it is very difficult to express the actual input signals mathematically by simple equations. आप एक random noise अगर add हो रहा है, how can you define a noise in terms of some mathematical equation? It is not possible. That's why what we do, we make use of these test signals, standard test signals. Okay, so I'll be explaining about these steps, standard test